Hello, welcome back to my channel, and today I'd like to introduce you this bottle that I recently bought, Emerald Curry, a new release this year from Prissana. Have you ever wondered whether one day perfume could make you smell like a pot of curry? Like after spraying it on, you start questioning yourself, am I still a person or am I takeout? Am I freshly cooked pot of Thai green curry? And yes, that's this bottle, inspired by Thai green curry. The reason I like to talk about this one is because I do not often come across what I would call a savory gourmand fragrance. I think this term is already kind of interesting. It's not a sweet dessert gourmand, but a savory food-like scent. In the past couple of years, a few brands have started experimenting with this direction. For example, Prang created Tom Yan a few years ago. In 2022, I believe DS and Durga released Bistro Water, which to me smells very much like the ambient scent of a very healthy restaurant. Last year, Jerome Studio released Pluck, which feels like a tomato salad in fragrance form. And honestly, I would even count squid from Zoologist as a kind of savory gourmand fragrance. And when I first saw the notes list for Emerald Curry, I immediately knew I wanted to blind buy this because near my home, the only decent one is a Thai restaurant. And over the past 10 years, I have eaten Thai green curry with coconut rice there countless times. Okay, I'm not even joking. I'm already starting to drool. So this year, Prissana changed their packaging. Previously, the perfume came in a smaller rectangular box, but this year the box is bigger, and the bottle has become this like cylindrical shape. Personally, I like this packaging change. First of all, the bottle is now made of this dark amber glass, which is great because it protects the perfume from light. Another thing I appreciated is that this new box has this textured, slightly resistant feel, so the bottle does not just slide out easily like the previous version. And visually, I also think this dark brown packaging with the gold foil brand name looks quite nice. So let's spray it and see how interesting it gets. So right from the beginning, this is a very typical kind of fragrance that Prang would make. All kinds of Southeast Asian spice rush out at once. You get kaffir, lime leaf, Thai basil, those small Thai chilies, lemongrass, cumin, coriander, ginger, basically everything you would expect to find in the kitchen. The coconut milk acts almost like a binder to me. It gathers all these spices together. At the very beginning, the grain spiciness is a bit sharp, actually. It has a slightly pointed edge, but probably after 5 to 10 minutes, it becomes very much comfortable. Or maybe my nose simply adjusted to it in previous tries. I do think this perfumer made some very thoughtful choices in order to make this fragrance actually wearable. For example, there's no greasy quality in this perfume. There's no garlic, there's no onion, there's no fish sauce, nothing that would turn it into an actual or hyper-realistic plate of food. The spices are also polished into something rounder, softer, and more refined. So you can tell there is a lot of editing in here. All the iconic elements in Thai curry are present. So you absolutely smell it and think, yes, this is Thai green curry. But at the same time, Pring makes it feel surprisingly plausible as something you could wear on your skin. It does not feel as strange or as abrupt as it could have been. And I think that is quite clever. So you will find yourself lifting your wrist to smell it again and again, because each time you smell it up close, you catch a slightly different spice. Sometimes I lift my hand and immediately get basil, and next time it becomes lemongrass. And then sometimes there is a little kick of ginger. The coconut milk is used very sparingly here. For my personal taste, probably it's a little bit too sparingly. It functions more like a background ambient music or like a binding texture. It is not really the rich, smooth, creamy texture of coconut milk itself. And personally, I would have loved it if the coconut milk were a little creamier, with more of that buttery, milky softness. And then after about 2 to 3 hours, it becomes a very skin close incense scent with a slight coconut milk filling. And that part is also very beautiful. Now let's return to the category of the savory gourmand. Essentially, a savory gourmand brings into perfume the smell of things that are edible but not sweet. In a certain sense, to me, from my perspective, desserts are globalized, no matter it's croissant or cake or vanilla or chocolate. And maybe that market is already a little saturated, but savory food is still highly regional. Thai curry, Indian spice, Middle Eastern stews, or Chinese hot pot. And these smells are often tied to very specific places, ingredients, and cultural memories. So savory gourmand fragrance often express regional culture rather than simply creating something conventionally pleasant compared with the sweet gourmand fragrances. The logic of traditional perfume is really to make the wearer more attractive. In that sense, traditional perfume often functions like an ornament, something that decorates our body. But a savory gourmand fragrance gives you a slice of everyday experience through food. In Emerald Curry, Pring does not turn these Asian materials into a decorative gimmick. Instead, he treats Southeast Asian cuisine as the cultural subject itself and expresses it through scent. And for that reason, I am willing to give this fragrance a high rating. If you want to spray something beautiful and romantic before going on a date, then do not buy this. But if you want to become a walking pot of green curry, then go for it. And that's it for today. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.